Okay, so this is the Will Battle Circuit Season 1 and Tournament 8. We're in the top 8 against Corybear. It's a best of 3. It's my Nandi versus his McCready, and we are one game up in the best of 3. We are going first again. A lot of that been going on. And I remember having a long, hard think about this because McCready's average starting trade hand is a 6, if I remember rightly. No, it's a 6. That's his average starting trade hand. Or is it 5? No, it's 5, but he can get to 7. With his gambit. And if he gets the 50-50, he's in. So it's unlikely he can afford the spawning worm. However, if he does get the spawning worm, it's curtains, because you've just handed him 16 damage on a plate and there's no coming back. So I would have really liked to top the security craft here, thus ensuring the spawning worm next turn and giving ourselves a bit of soak. I didn't really want to leave that for McCready, because McCready gaining life and damaging you is bad, but the opportunity cost of that move going wrong would have been horrendous. So we do gambit here, and we do choose to take that worm to the top. Oh no, we just bought it, sorry. And we reveal Hive Queen. Corybear gets rid of some damage, and seeing Hive Queen on the row immediately pops his gambit. Cannot pick it up. Takes Plasma. Takes Warkite. Both great cards. And just beats us in the face. Takes the Cargo Rocket. We cannot get Hive Queen, so we're just going to take Security Craft. We could have topped it, but we chose not to, and we pick up a Pro Bot as well. Cory now is going to get the Docker, he's going to get the Blockade Runner, because that's fantastic for him. We've got a Demolisher on the row, we've got a Hive Queen on the row, so we're now in a situation where bombs are staying out, and McCready picking up one of either of these two is super bad for us. We take the Hive Queen. It's a lot of damage if he gets it. I'm not sure if leaving Demolisher out for McCready is worse, but if we can ally the Spawning Worm and the Hive Queen here, then that represents 28, 26 damage on a turn that can happen. So that's the goal there. We'll see how we get on, but in comes Blob Miner, and of course Demolisher is absolutely the pickup for Corybear. It's such a good card for McCready. He's going to get rid of the Blob Miner. It's done its job. Punches for 10, and all we can do is scrap, get some authority back, damage, build a bot to top so that we can scrap out with it next turn. And yep, there's a flagship on the row though. It's a shame we can't get it, but Cory, having got rid of his Blob Miner and having no other big trade cards, is also off at sea with that one. He does pick up the Docker. Another embassy base coming out. Nothing really going on for us. We knew we weren't going to get into flagship money this turn, so instead we'll cycle the deck. Luckily, pop into a Pro Bot. We were going to get rid of the Builder Bot anyway, but this is an easy choice here to get rid of both of those. We get 7. We pick up the base. Lookout Post. It's fine. It's the best of a deal that we didn't want, but it does leave does leave the Union stronghold, which is not great news. However, Corey here just smashing, and I think, if I remember rightly, he paused here, and I was wondering if he was going to pop Demolisher, and I think afterwards he talked about this being kind of, he was thinking himself whether he should pop Demolisher or not, cycle into his next deck, and I think it depends how much he likes to gamble here, because if my next hand doesn't have any authority, I think popping Demolisher, popping Blockade Runner, discarding me 3, and going into the next deck is good. But at the same time, he's at 43 and he's not really in that much danger. So he chooses not to. Drops us to 15. We play out our cards. We do get a bit of a bump there with Security Craft. We can heal back up to 23. Just take Union Stronghold side again. He's not getting that. Not that that's it's just another potential ally for us for Spawning Worm, because if we're going to win this game, we're probably going to need to squeeze 16 damage out of that worm. Not on this hand though. So Corey cycling, he just wants to see all his big damage cards. He's got us on the ropes and he needs to finish us off. So he just hits us down to 12. We can heal again, healing up as much as we possibly can, but no eye for Spawning Worm, just 14 damage. He's at 15, we're at 20, and it's not a thrilling hand, but it can put down some defense. But that's not going to happen, because in comes Demolisher, and in comes all the damage, and he kills us. And so that's classic McCready, just unrelentingly savage. I know it was very well played from Corey. He got the cards he needed. He picked up the cards he needed. You can argue we were maybe a little bit unlucky to not ally those green cards, but it's also not super likely given the amount of times we saw them in the deck together, and bearing in mind we topped one. It might actually have been better to not top the purchases to try and give ourselves a better chance of seeing them together. But yeah, the bombs are great, but when they don't work out perfectly for you, then it can be trouble, especially when those small fast ships with big damage come in for McCready. So a good win there for Corey, and that takes us into a game 3.